Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're once again watching Astroteric TV. I'll be your one and only host, the Astro Guru. And it wouldn't be Astroteric TV without the gra. And today's topic of discussion is Munchausen Syndrome, where basically someone tries to convince you through upbringing that there's something wrong with you. Now, being that this person is not a doctor, a physician, or anything like that, they do not have the power to diagnose you with anything. So they will hint at different things just being wrong with you because they want you to feel like there's something wrong with you. So if you pick one, then that's on you. But normally it doesn't take for you to pick one because they're doing this your whole life. They're raising you to be a narcissist, a people pleaser, whatever it is that they want you to be. So whenever you question their authority or you question things by making sense out of them, they'll call you bipolar, crazy, oh, you got ADHD, this, that, and the third. They'll just try to diagnose you with something so that you feel like you're wrong in the situation. When in all actuality, you're right. It just doesn't serve their interest. So it's like making a monster, like how to make a monster. So you do this through various forms of abuse, verbal abuse, cursing you out, calling you all kinds of names. Do this through emotional abuse, like punishing you when you do something bad, but not rewarding you when you do something good. That way, you don't understand the relationship between action and reward. So even when someone is being, genuinely nice to you, giving you a gift, you still looking like, I didn't do nothing for it. Why you giving me that? Like, shouldn't I be having to do something for that? Like, no, some people just genuinely like you enough to give you a gift. Everyone doesn't have ulterior motives, but being raised by someone with ulterior motives, you get both sides of the spectrum once again. You get either blind to people's motives, period, or you start to think that everyone has ulterior motives. And you gotta come somewhere in the middle where you understand everyone doesn't have ulterior motives and you're no longer blind, but you can see people's motives. You can see the authenticity behind their actions, behind the sincerity behind their actions. Now, emotional abuse, not being there for you when you need them. That's a form of emotional abuse, especially if that person is your safety net, your rock, somebody that's supposed to be there for you. And don't get me wrong, I don't like to use the word supposed because we all have choices, but when someone's constantly preaching that, oh, if you need me, I'm here, if you need me, I'm here, but when you need them, they're not there, you understand, it's abuse now. Mental abuse, calling you stupid, things like that. Now, there is a thing called the necessary evils, in which sometimes done correctly within the proper environment, these things can be used to make someone thrive, to break through. That way they're not just content with what they have going on. he'll always want to work for more, because it's been instilled in them that nothing that you do is ever good enough. Now, the question is, why are you instilling that in them? Or if that person already has it in them to be that way, you don't have to push. You're actually making the situation worse, or bad actually, because some people are just built that way. They just have to find what they want to do. And once they find what they want to do, they will do it to no end. You also have, we got spiritual abuse. Dudes through spiritual abuse, through, denouncing someone, not denouncing, but denoting someone's religion. Like, basically shunning someone's religion. So say I'm in a Christian household and I have a brother that goes to prison and comes back Muslim, and now everybody in the house, instead of being happy for him that he feels like he's in a better place in life with Allah than Jesus, he think he better than us because he don't eat bacon no more. Oh, well, we eating pork chops tonight. You better find somewhere else to go eat, stuff like that. Just being vindictive and spiteful. Casting yourself off to hell. That's fine. Some people are meant for hell. Literally. Some people are meant for it. Like, that's just where they belong. Because that's where they thrive at. Some people like it cold. Some people like it hot. Heaven pretty cool. Hell pretty hot. Like, I'm a cool guy. I like to be cool. So I take the heavenly route. That's all. But, yeah, Munchausen Syndrome. Now, this can be broadened because it doesn't only have to be one person doing it. So, say you got like the middle child syndrome. We're just gonna add that in there. I don't even know if middle child syndrome is a syndrome, but we're just gonna add that in there. So you're the middle child. Now, as you're the middle child, say you got the parent who's the abuser, and you got 3 kids, ages 5, 10, and 15. Well, guess what? The 15-year-old is going to the movies and hanging out with their friends and going on field trips and things like that. The 5-year-old, he got to be the flyest kindergarten kid ever. So he getting sneakers and, little baby outfits and whatnot, for me. He got his little Averex leather and all of that. He go to school and that's cool. But the middle child, it seems like nothing ever makes it to you. So this is where we get things like hand-me-downs. 10-year-old might have to get the 15-year-old stuff from when he was 13, and it's a little big, but, you could fit it, but everybody in the neighborhood know that was his shirt. Like, you understand? Stuff like that. So, from there, you got, like I said, it becomes a Munchausen Syndrome, where they're trying to instill in your brain, embed in your mentality that there is something wrong with you. Although there is absolutely nothing wrong with you, these people do not have any form of certifications, licenses, anything to be diagnosing you with anything. And 9 times out of 10, there's something mentally wrong with them, which is why they're projecting it onto you. Because it's like, I don't know how to handle this situation. So let me put somebody else in the same situation and see how they handle it. And then maybe I can get my way out. And it don't work that way because there's different strokes for different folks. So I might need to backstroke my way about the situation. You might need to breaststroke your way about the situation. You understand? Somebody else might need to butterfly stroke their way about the situation. You might need to swim above water. This person might need to swim underwater. Things like that. It's all cool. If you don't know how to swim, I advise you learn. You don't want to have a death by drowning. One of them currents sweep you. Listen, everybody want to be out here hanging around in Jamaica and Cancun and Trinidad and Tobago. All right. There's going to be a lot of y'all floating in the Bermuda Triangle. You'll be all right, though. It's smooth. But, end of the day, man, don't let nobody tell you it's something wrong with you. Even if it is something wrong with you, you go and sit and think about what might be wrong with you for yourself. Because the same thing that they're saying can be wrong with you might be right with you in your head. They might be saying that you too violent. I don't see nobody telling Floyd Mayweather he too violent. He didn't turn his violence into hundreds of millions. Oh, all you do is argue. I don't see nobody telling Dr. Umar Johnson all he do is argue. Because he getting paid to do it. I don't see nobody telling lawyers all they do is argue. I don't see nobody telling judges all they do is argue. What context are we putting these things in? You understand? You gotta also look at who you being rated by. Like, who's judging you? Because one, this is why we don't like judging people, but you need to also look at who is judging you. Anytime someone judges you on the job that you're doing, ask them, could you do a better one? And if they can, why are you wasting the time judging me instead of teaching me? If you could do a better job than I'm doing, then teach me what I might be doing wrong. Which shows what kind of person they are, because, oh, you like to watch people struggle. You're a horrible person. It's just simple and plain. You just want to sit back and, if you like to watch people struggle, you're a horrible person. I don't deal with people that like to watch people struggle. Simple and plain. That's just, you see, if I see you struggling, I'm going to help you. Any way I can, whether it be with encouraging words, whether it be with finances, whether you need to use my phone, let's get something done here. You understand? Success is the goal. Not only my success, everyone else's too. Because my success could be also banking on the next man's. A lot of people don't think like that. So, with that being said, Munchausen Syndrome. Don't let nobody tell you there's something wrong with you. Because it could very well be something wrong with them. And they just haven't probably taken the time to figure it out. Sometimes things are temporarily wrong with you. Where your environment can play a very, very big role in what it is that you're going through. So, if you're prone to drinking alcohol and all that is around you 24/7 is liquor stores, then you pretty much have 24/7 access to alcohol. But if you lived in an area where there was one liquor store per 50 miles, it wouldn't be that accessible. And let's close it at 11 o'clock, which means you don't have as much time to get it as you once did. This now limits your alcohol consumption. Kind of forces you to function at a higher octave. I'm just thinking. When I had these talks with y'all, a lot of times I'm thinking back on situations I've been through, or I'm drawing from my own experience. But I'm also omitting the information because you don't want to just paint too crazy of a picture. Not like I care about how anybody feel about anything, but I make sure I walk a fine line because people want spotlight so much that they'll feel like you talking about them and you not. So, especially when I talk about my childhood, I'm sure a lot of people ears perk up. I mean, they go straight pit bull. Like, but it is what it is. So, Munchausen Syndrome. Somebody having you believe that there's something wrong with you. Pretty much just because they don't like the way that your light shines. They don't like who you are. They don't like those inner qualities that you got. They don't like your demeanor. They don't like what you stand for. Oh well, who cares what you like? How you like them apples? I kill myself. But I'm gonna let y'all have it. That's that. Till next time. I might take a little hiatus. I might disappear on y'all for who knows. Till next time.